last week you mentioned scenes that like automatically make you like when you say what's a funny scene.
I got a correction from that. I said it was in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. It was from Snatch. I got the Guy Ritchie movies confused.
That's easy to do though with Guy Ritchie movies because all of Guy Ritchie movies are Guy Ritchie movies.
Yeah, they're very similar. You know, and I love both of them, so I do that all the time where I mix those movies up. Those
movies are so good though.
Yeah,
that's what I love about a Guy Ritchie movie. You know what you're in for. Mm-hmm. Like just like when you go see Tarantino. Oh yeah, I know what we're gonna see. We're gonna see someone. He does this every time. We're gonna see feet. We're gonna see someone.
He likes feet.
Like ridiculously shot by a shotgun, like through like 3 walls.
It's awesome.
And we're going to see someone's nuts get damaged. And that's pretty much, he loves that.
Tarantino's my favorite. I love that guy.
When you said that, it reminded me also, because this week on the way here, I kept thinking, I was like, man, what's the scene that always pops in my head when someone's like, hey, what's a funny, what is that? What's like something always makes you laugh? Mm-hmm. And it's actually in the end credits of History of the World Part 1. Mm-hmm. With Mel Brooks, and which I don't know how many Mel Brooks movies you can make today, but one of the it's the end credits, and it's like coming to History of the World Part 2, and he does 2 bits. He goes Hitler on ice, and it's Hitler in an ice rink, and then the second one is he goes and Jews in space. It's 2 rabbis like in a spaceship. Oh, it's so brilliant.
He's hysterical,
dude. I love those jokes, man. That makes my day every time I can think about it. Oh boy. Yeah. How's everyone's week been? Been doing good. Been hanging out. Yeah. We just had Mother's Day for this past weekend. As people
happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Mamas. Happy. We should do like an episode where we talk about like the all badass moms of cinema. Because what's her name from Gremlins? Would be like top tier. Like
the mom from Rookie of the Year floated.
The mom from Little Big League, whose kid actually now plays for the Chicago Cubs.
That's right. No.
Pete Crow Armstrong.
Although she wasn't really like super badass in that movie.
She married Luke Collins.
Well, she didn't. Did she? Didn't she just date Luke?
Get off the bridge.
I think he said, "Get off the bridge."
Have you ever seen Little Big League?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think he said.
So they go on like there's like the Splash Mountain ride, and they're standing there.
Yeah.
And the big wave comes, and they're like, "Get off!" And they're like, "What?
What's he saying?
What?
What's he saying?" The wave comes and crashes over them, and Lou just turns to her. I think he said, "Get off the bridge."
That's gotta be like nasty water.
That's the most disgusting water on the planet. I would never. I saw someone on Instagram for Walt Disney World. They filled up a water bottle while they were waiting in the log ride for Splash Mountain. They dunked their water bottle, filled it all the way up in that water, and then drank it.
Ew! It's got like grease and stuff in it from the track.
No. It's got amoebas.
Some people are brain damaged.
No,
that's why you can't swim in the lakes at Disney anymore.
Oh yeah,
it's got brain-eating amoeba in it.
Yes, terrifying, and also alligators, which sometimes get out
and
sometimes eat small children.
Snatch a kid at the Grand Floridian. Rest in peace to that kid.
That's horrible, dude.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
There were alligators in the right before they closed Splash Mountain in the
Splash
Mountain. in the water that you would come down in. There were alligators in there.
Really?
Yeah.
They just sneak in at night and
no one
notices?
And they found a bear cub on Tom Sawyer Island.
Oh.
It's a good place for them.
Yeah, that's where I'd be, down in the caves.
Not if there's a Baba Black Bear in there.
Oh, yeah, that's that'd be a really rude awakening.
This ain't Tangled, dude. That's not your mom in there. Not Tangled, Brave. That ain't your mom in there.
Poor janitor going in there to clean up, and like they're like, guess it smells like poop in there.
These animatronics are crazy.
Wow. It's biting me for real.
This hurts a lot.
Well, you get what you pay for, Dale.
Oh, jeez.
Dale.
Now the fun ends, because these movies today, I'm going to need one of these, because, wow. Buckle up.
Welcome back to Nostalgia Land. Here we are with some Sunny D vodka seltzers.
Yeah.
We're all in it.
We're all in.
Trey normally has very important work to do the day after we record, and not today.
One of us.
Boss out of town.
One of us. Oh man, sip up, but always remember to drink responsibly.
That's right.
And to never drink and drive, people.
No, yes.
Yeah, if you're gonna drink irresponsibly, that's the one bad decision you get to make.
Yeah, don't do it at home.
Besides watching this movie that we're talking about, like if you're gonna drink irresponsibly,
No, this is a responsible way to drink. If you're gonna watch this movie.
yeah, coming in.
It helps.
And today we're talking about Suburban Commando.
The Hulk Hogan vehicle.
The Hulk Hogan vehicle. And you said that.
Yeah.
Immediately thought of his truck, like a truck with his face on it.
That's right.
And
I
the
just
horn
think of
is
the-
just brother.
What's it called?
Brother. Brother.
I am a real American.
Either that or wham, wham, wham.
Oh, yeah, the NWO.
Oh man, dude. Yeah.
His successful
did you ever
follow
hear-
up to No Holds Barred.
Did you ever hear that
That's
story?
right.
The NWO story where they're talking about when they first formed the NWO and Scott Hall and Kevin Nash show up and they're kind of wrecking everything, and then the big reveal, Hogan comes out at like SummerSlam.
Either bash at the
Starrcade.
bleed.
Bash at the bleach.
It's bash
Golly,
for
I'm
you
like
to
2
say.
sips into this thing. Apparently not.
Yeah, and they cut promos like wrestling do, where they talk to the camera.
Yeah.
And he's doing them all like 80s style, where he's like, listen here, brother.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, this ain't gonna work, man. And so they had to like cut it all together and put it. That's why it was in black and white and stuff, because Hogan was too colorful.
Yeah.
And I still have that poster on the wall here
Sting's
at Mom
a
and
colorful
Dad's.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like one of the
Or
events,
Hogan's
and it
a
was
colorful guy.
Hogan all like that, and then Sting was wearing the crow face paint. It says Hogan's a
Yeah.
colorful guy,
Yeah.
but his nightmare's in black and white.
That was the WCW Revenge
Yeah, the game.
promo poster. Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, give some people some background. So Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan is probably one of the most famous wrestlers in the history of like sports entertainment.
If you don't know him now, you will.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause-
eat your vitamins, say your prayers, rip your shirt off, and then became huge douche over at WCW and basically helped sink that business
Yeah.
because he creative control and nobody was ever allowed to be better than him. He's also notorious for like telling like
Lies.
huge lies.
oh really?
Yeah.
Like about what?
Like, for instance, in this movie, he tries to say that he found The Undertaker and brought him on board.
Oh,
The Undertaker
yeah.
is in this movie as
Yeah.
himself, Mark Calloway,
But I'd read that McMahon had.
Vince.
Yeah, Vince McMahon had promised.
he was a wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he was trying to make it as a wrestler at that time, and they just found him because he was huge. And they wanted huge guys, which
Yeah.
the other
6'10".
guy, not Mark Calloway, but the other guy
He's in-
of the two.
He's in some other Christopher
He's
Lloyd
in a
movies.
ton of these movies
Yeah.
as like the big dumb baddie, and he was
Yeah.
on Full House in a few episodes. And
He's the-
he was all over the place as like the bad guy.
He's
in-
the big fat catcher in Angels of the Outfield.
yeah, exactly. He is
No
the big
The guy
way.
with the
catcher.
mohawk?
Yeah.
That's him.
The one that beats his chest and he's
Yeah.
like, maybe it was all those extra hot dogs that I had, right?
Yeah,
That's
Because I was
him?
like,
Yeah.
No way.
Because when I was watching the movie, I was like, he's not a wrestler, but I know him from somewhere.
Yeah, and it's that. That's hilarious, dude.
way.
I think I
Tony
I knew
Longo.
Yeah.
Tony Longo.
Knuckles.
Knuckles.
Name
That's the name in the not the Sonic
Yeah,
character.
not the good thing.
All right, so let's start.
Bowl through this movie.
Yeah, this movie starts off as the biggest ripoff of the most famous scene, one of the most famous scenes ever.
Yeah.
With the big ship coming in and the ship's fighting with
Yes.
I thought it was like Spaceballs. Like I thought it was
were
going to
making
just
a spoof?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I'd never seen it.
it. They didn't.
I saw this. Yes.
I've seen No Holds Barred. That's the only Hulk Hogan movie I've ever seen. And apparently I heard that was his best one, and I didn't like bat that much.
So stay
I was
tuned.
like, let's go ahead and skip.
I don't think I've ever seen No Holds Barred,
No.
and I don't think that I'm going to unless we do it on this show.
Oh, please, people, comment. Your comments torture Tyler just for another week. But
Yeah, it starts off as the big long shot of the ship.
Yeah.
And they have like the swollen X-Wings.
Yeah, they
Yes. It's like
They
a
are.
bloated. It's like a bloated
It's
X-wing.
like an
Yeah.
X-Wing got stung by a bee.
Yeah.
He's real pudgy.
My X-Wing got stung by a bee.
It doesn't make that cool like sound. It makes.
It goes.
It's like the Jetsons.
They finally designed an X-wing that could fit Porkins. Do you remember Porkins
Oh
from
my
the original one?
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
red 5 standing by.
That's the Family Guy bit where he
Yeah.
like can't fit in the X-Wing.
Yes. And so they finally designed one to to fit him in there. Finally get him in the
I
cockpit.
still think my favorite one, we talked about another episode where it's like, Red Fox standing by, Big Red standing by, Red Fox standing by, Red October standing by. And
that's
it's the
your scene.
submarine floating in space.
That's your scene that makes you laugh every
Yeah,
time.
it's super funny.
Simply Red.
Simply Red.
Standing by.
That's right. I forgot Simply Red.
Damn it, Family Guy. You're
So good.
You're always
So
good.
good.
Well, I think so. Yes, like you said, it opens up on a very famous scene of, and I feel like it was them doing this so terribly that sparked George Lucas to be like, maybe I should re-release the 3 episodes again, because then like in '95 we got like the remastered version with like all the better graphics.
Where he ruined it. And
Yeah.
he added like a bunch of crap
Yeah.
and took a bunch of crap out.
Yes,
Han and
yes.
Jabba are walking, and like
Yeah, dude.
that's where Greedo shoots first, and Han has to
Dude.
do like the
Yeah, a little side, little like
Smooth criminal.
How? Han. But I didn't realize though, after starting this movie and it opened up and I went, what the hell is this? Like I've seen it before, but I didn't remember how this started. I just remembered him being on Earth and just always weird. Like, why is he acting so weird?
Yeah.
But then I come to find out that there are so many Hulk Hogan movies that we could have like an entire summer.
Oh,
where
what's
he's
the
just
one that they-
Hulkamania.
There's like Mr. Nanny or something like
Yes,
that.
there's no holds bars, which you no bars.
Yeah.
Sorry, Thunder in Paradise.
there's like
That's a
3
show.
of those.
Thunder in Paradise.
Thunder in Paradise
2,
is a show.
Thunder in Paradise 3.
Those are movies?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're movies.
Oh my God.
Santa with muscles.
That's the one he's in with Jesse the Body Ventura.
Santa with muscles.
No,
Oh.
Thunder in Paradise.
Thunder in Paradise.
Yes, yeah. Just I think that's just
No, I think
gotta
I
look it up.
No.
the Baja.
No, you know what I'm thinking of, dude. You know what I'm thinking of? That
No, I have no
those
idea.
movies are is Black Hammer from Major League 2,
yeah.
where William Hayes is Black Hammer and White Light.
Dude. And then there's the Ultimate Weapon, Mackenzie's Island, Family 420. No, sorry, that's where it stops. Mackenzie's Island is one of the last ones, but it's all Hulk Hogan.
That's so crazy.
I mean, you have to ask, dude. Like, do you think Hulk is still proud of this, or is he as ashamed about this as he is about the sex tape? Because this is rough.
good question.
Dude. I don't know which one I would rather watch more. Because
I'm going to say these because I don't need to see him fully naked. I've seen him in a Speedo enough in my lifetime without seeing the man's penis.
A lot of those Speedos don't leave a lot to the imagination.
Yeah,
They
I'm not here
don't.
for it.
It's rough. Anyways, so he plays this space warrior, like kind of like he's not in the army. He's just kind of
Kind of a freelancer.
yeah, freelance,
Almost like a
for
mercenary?
hire. Mercenary. Thank you. That's the
Yeah,
word.
I guess so. Yeah, you get that vibe that he's not really working for anybody. He's just going around saving the
In
universe.
his bloated X-wing.
Yeah.
And his did the costume, the groin patch
Yeah,
bother
dude, he's
anyone else?
He's
as
a
much as I did?
wrestler.
Yes,
He's
so
got to
why
show
did
up
he
his
need
cod
that?
piece.
Like it's like, where is it? It's right there.
Yeah.
that's where.
Oh,
it
did
is.
you miss it?
No.
We can rewind it. You can see it again.
Okay, it's right there. And
Don't worry. Later in the movie, it'll light up.
it's functional. That's right. It gives warning.
He's got
It's like,
he's
hold
got
on.
his outfit with all his accessories, his little headband.
Dude, he looks like it's crazy how much better he looks when he has the bandana on than when he takes it off.
When he takes it, it's
When
just too much
when he wears the
forehead.
bandana, it's like okay, like yeah, there's something there, and then
Yeah.
when he takes it off, it's just head.
Yeah, all head.
But yeah, when your
Yes.
forehead goes from here to back here, it's tough.
Boy got a 10 head walking back there. He can reflect off buildings. Is what he can. But
It's insane. It's like Friar Tuck fellas. It's like Friar
That's
Tuck and
it.
Rip Van Winkle.
yes, it's Friar Tuck from like the deep south is what happened. It's
you
like like Friar Tuck joined NASCAR, and that's how he got Hulk Hogan.
He took mullet, like, business in the front, all big old party at the
Yeah.
back.
He's like, fuck the business.
I love.
We're all party.
He tried, but the business went under.
There's all
business.
party.
There's no business here.
I ain't got time for business.
I loved the, and then if you look closely,
hear-
there's a little braid. There's a little braid right down the side of the
So
ear.
ridiculous. That's to show he's an alien.
Oh, okay, that's to show he's from somewhere.
I don't think so.
He's a
Spaceman.
migrant.
He's a migrant. Not that kind of alien.
Then you
Yeah.
get one of the most ridiculous scenes of the whole movie where the bad guy has the president of some planet.
Yeah,
Which you think is
sitting
Earth.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's like threatening him and everything. And then what's
Shep.
What?
Ramsey.
Shepherd.
Shep Ramsey is Hulk's name in this movie. Worst name ever.
They probably let Hulk Hogan come up with it.
They could, yeah. They probably just could have called him Chet.
Yeah. What do you want to be called? Randy. No, choose something else. Shep. Perfect. It's better than Randy.
What's the last name? Ramsey.
Oh,
Good.
perfect.
Got it. Nailed it. So as he's distracting everybody and in the slowest fight scene ever, where
Oh my
he's
God! Yes.
like lifting the guys up really slow and slamming them down, and they all look like raccoons for some reason.
I made a comment. My wife walked in, was like, "What are you watching?" And I was like, "It's Suburban Commando." And she's like, "Is that the wrestling guy?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, she's watching the fight scene. She goes, "Oh, good thing all of these bad guys were trained in professional wrestling."
They know what they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
now you
killing
lift me. You lift me here.
You go down on purpose, near miss.
Yes. Judo chop, judo kick. But they all, like you were saying, they're all raccoons, and they all have rat tails, like long, little, skinny ponytails.
Yeah, that are blonde,
Yes, they're blonde.
platinum blonde.
Yes,
It's to make Hulk feel less insecure.
But that's it. I was like, are these like little Hulksters that like didn't make it through the ringer? Or
The
something like
whole
that? What
thing
are
is very confusing.
What are we fighting against here? Because he's just like he's trying to take over the galaxy. Okay, but who?
What are we
And he even
fighting for?
he has the big chair. He has the big emperor chair,
Yeah.
like Star Wars, and he does the slow turn reveal, and it's like, but it's like he's like half laying down through it. He's like reclined, like hi,
Someone's there feeding him grapes.
hi. So glad you could join us.
They're fanning him with pom
Don't do
poms.
that. Don't do that because then he might turn into a weird alien.
Well, no, the guy. So then the president, while this is all happening, slides out like a freaking letter envelope and throws it with the most precision I've ever seen and chops the hand off the bad guy.
Yeah.
In one fell swoop.
Yes.
I guess on this weird planet they have letter-shaped knives that they throw.
literally
What
a-
the hell?
You're right. It's a legal envelope.
Yeah.
It's a sharp
Piece of
it's
metal.
a sharp rectangle.
It's so weird, and you know what? It sets the tone for the movie. Everything follows lockstep from here on out.
His first couple lines of dialogue set the tone for the movie.
Okay, what
which sounds
dialogue, though?
way different. His dialogue sounded so much different than everybody else. Like it sounds like he was in a separate sound studio where like the
Probably
quality
was.
was jacked way
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Like the part where he gets in the elevator and he's like going up. Let me
all the
give you a hand.
quips.
and then,
Jesus, yeah.
and then
All
he
the
jumps on
quips.
top of the elevator and the guy's filling. And he's like going down.
Dude, every time this guy does anything, he has to say like make a remark. Like I swear to God, if he like took a shit and let it know, he's like flushing you,
Yeah.
and then he hits it, and then like it breaks.
I
the
think it would be
toilet.
funnier
I don't
if
know
like he didn't know what to say. Like he's obviously like
Shoot.
he set something up obviously, like let's say he picks up a stick and like hits somebody in the face, be like, oh, he couldn't stick around. But like you cut to Hulk Hogan and he's like you didn't fight real good.
why. You're not a good fighter.
You did real bad there, jerk.
Or he doesn't even say anything, he just growls like
Brother.
brother. Yeah, I love, dude. I was like, what dialogue? Because every time he delivered any line, I'm like, is he in the same movie?
Yeah.
Like,
and
is
he's in the
is he
movie with like good
watching-
actors like Christopher Lloyd's in this
Dude,
movie.
okay. Did Christopher Lloyd forget he made Back to the Future and
Part
like
1 and 2.
and 1 and 2 and had 3 on the way? Like, what like desperate need for cash was Christopher Lloyd thinking?
I think he was just smart.
just
Like,
just
you're
being
gonna
in it.
you're gonna pay me?
Oh, okay.
What time do I need to be there? I'll be there.
It's like
What does it need to be
a
there?
Daniel Tosh bit where he talks about people being mad at Brett Favre for not
Yeah.
retiring, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna retire. Wait, you're gonna pay me how much? Yeah, okay. And then after that, I'll just be a practice squad quarterback.
You know how much he makes? $1 million.
And he's like, but people aren't gonna like you. And he's like, how much did you say? $1 million? Yeah, those people can go F themselves.
Well, this was definitely writing like Hulkamania and definitely from his first movie. But again, it was like
This was peak.
yes.
peak.
Oh, this was peak. Okay.
Hulkamania was running wild, brother.
Yeah, this was
Okay.
like early 90s.
I thought it was late 80s was Hulkamania.
Everything.
Okay.
I mean, he was it in wrestling for a
Yeah.
very long time.
Because he when I came into wrestling,
He
it was
brought
The
us.
Rock.
He brought us
was it.
into the Attitude Era.
Oh.
When he left, the Attitude Era was to compete with WCW, which is where he went and almost sunk the WW. Well, at that time, the
No,
WWF.
so he left the WWF and went to the WCW. and him joining the NWO and creating, and that whole thing was what created the Attitude Era and created the Monday Night Wars, where WCW and WWF had WWE. Stupid World Wildlife Foundation. So much better as WWF.
Listen, let the pandas take care of themselves.
I want that shirt. I want that shirt.
Me.
If anybody wants to send me that shirt.
Just get off me, bro. WWF. God, bunch of jerks.
Anybody wants to send me that shirt.
But
we'll find it.
If the two pandas just
happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah, but that was it. And WCW, like for like 80 weeks in a row or something like that, was winning in the ratings. And then
they put the belt on Mankind.
Guess what? Here comes Stone Cold Steve Austin. And
the glass wrestling
was never the same again
because of his love addiction for Coors Light. Is it, or was
it was just beers?
It was just.
Now he's got his own IPA. He's got his own beer.
Broken Skull. I thought the IPA was the Smoking Skull.
Oh yeah, the podcast.
And
is
the podcast
Broken
is
Skull.
Okay, imagine how much more popular he would have been if he had been crushing Sunny
Delight.
D's.
It's true.
Vodka seltzers.
It's true.
At every match. Because these are, I mean, I can't get enough of these.
Yeah, I'm already like 3/4 of the way through this one.
I finished that one.
We haven't even gotten through the opening scene of the movie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But now, so he cuts the hand off the guy.
Yeah.
And then just kills the president.
Yeah. You find out that
he's an alien.
He's an alien skin lizard like person.
And for some reason his arms can shrink way down, because when it comes out his hand's humongous.
He's like Piccolo from Dragon Ball. He's just like, hand.
That's it. Keep wondering, is that Mark Zuckerberg's people? Is that what he comes from? Like, is this?
That's why he blinks this way instead of this way.
But then instead of like grabbing Hulk Hogan's character again, he's just like, hey, you cut my hand off.
No, they try to grab him, but Hulk makes a break for it and smashes through a metal grate just by diving.
Yep.
Then turns on his little like
his fire extinguisher boots.
And they don't even have the power of a fire extinguisher. They're thrusting a 6'8", 300-pound man down this massive vent
as he just. Beep.
Well, and then he's putting like an what is it? An inordinate amount of bombs.
Yes, that come from nowhere.
Like,
he's
where's
just
like
storing these?
It's overkill, baby.
Yeah.
They come out of the crotch.
I don't know where. They store in the crotch belt.
That's true.
The crotch
That's why it has
part.
the cod piece.
Yeah.
That's why it's so big, so he can reach in and grab those little bombs.
But it's really not. It's like you look at proportionally how big like his gloves are, his shoulder
his
things
gloves
and
are
everything.
ridiculous.
And then they put this tiny little like shield over his crotch, and you're like, dude, where's everyone looking here? Like,
They had to draw it to scale.
Yeah.
Trey knows something we
I
don't.
mean, when you seen the video, like, he was like, I've seen the porno. I've seen it.
I watched it for posterity.
It was research.
You're a medical professional. You know what's going on.
I needed to know.
Yeah. Out of the three of us, you have the most the grounds to do that.
How scary is that?
The guy in the TMNT shirt
with my name on the back.
You open people up for a living. That's what happens. Legally. All legal. Legally. Anyway, so they're on the ship. He's throwing bombs everywhere. It explodes. And he gets in an escape pod that takes him back to his ship. And
it's a really like
it's hard
just
to follow.
like a glass ball of escapists.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
He gets to his ship, which is, like we said, is a bloated X-Wing.
Right.
And he's then greeted by a guy in a suit.
Yeah, it's like his boss.
It's like a used car salesman. I'm like, what movie?
He's a mercenary.
I guess, but he's like, hey, I need more work. Now, what else am I going to go? I got to go kill something? He's like, how about a terrorist? I mean, every line he's delivering is just
terribly.
Like, do it again. Just do it again.
Hey, can you say it like a normal person?
Nope.
Listen, but can you just turn it off for a second? Like, I know you're Hulk.
Can you be Terry
like,
Bollea?
Pretend for a minute.
Yeah, you're Hulk Hogan on TV. Can you be Terry Bollea who you are in real life?
Yes.
Can you just be that guy?
Please be Terry.
Yeah, like, can you go to the beach?
Yeah.
And just be chill?
Maybe that's why, dude, but maybe
I can't go to the beach without bashing something.
Yeah. Maybe that's really him, though. Maybe that's really like how difficult it is to live with him because he's always just talking like that.
I wonder.
I would get so annoyed. Anyways, so the used car salesman of a mercenary owner tells him there's no work. Go take a vacation.
Well, he gets pissed off.
Yeah.
And he punches his own ship, which breaks his ship Because, he's so strong. He
Dude,
breaks his shit.
Yeah, he's got them striking amplifiers on his hands.
Oh yeah, okay. I had questions about like his level of strength in this, and I got to tell you, for if anyone listening out there who's a costume designer, when you're designing those things, leave the hands open, okay? Because they look like gloves.
They look like Nintendo Power
and they
gloves.
and they look like like if someone dropped a quarter or something, like a piece of paper on the floor, that's his weakness. That would be his weakness. Like
he would never be able to get that knife that cut off the president's hand.
if he missed, he's like, oh, hold on, let me get that for you. Hold on.
He's like, son of a bitch.
It's like a claw game.
Hold on.
He had to take his glove off.
Would be great if that crotch piece like came off and then he could like ninja star throw that thing. That'd be the best. And then it came around, it was magnetic, and then it went right back on.
That would be terrifying.
Oh, that would have been
like
so much better.
Like in Iron Man 3.
Yes.
And he's like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's scary. That is scary.
We're just improving on this 30-year-old movie.
Well, then, so the used car salesman, boss of his, tells him he has to go and recharge the ship, and he can only do it at 0.1% or something.
At a time or something.
Yeah. He's like, that'll take 6 weeks. And you're like, well, then take a vacation. So the only planet around is Earth, and apparently he hates Earthlings.
Yes, that line, the way he delivered it, he's like, Earthlings. I hate Earthlings.
Yeah.
You're just like, stop it.
Yes. Yes, it is. And then he ends up crashing his ship
in an abandoned roller rink.
Yeah, I guess because he broke it. That's why he crashed it. There's a lot of things that don't really make sense.
He had to go in quick.
Yeah.
So
no, it's C.
Pick him up on radar.
Yeah.
Did he Google Map landing pad?
Yeah.
Because that's the name of the place.
Is it?
Yeah. The name of the broken down place is called Landing Pad.
I know that they were talking about an unlimited skate. There's a banner in the back.
It's weird. Everything's just weird in this movie.
He gets angry for no reason. Like the power comes on when he tries to charge his ship, and he like rips crap out of the wall. No fun.
And for some reason, the power cables are like actual like FPL like lines coming into the
actual place.
It's like this. Yeah. It's like the cover of the movie The Cable Guy when he's holding the giant.
Yeah, exactly. The cable.
Yeah. No, but just like completely accessible to the public. Yeah. That's why this place shut down.
If that DJ took a break,
and leaned against the wrong wall, that would have been like 10,000 volts through his face, because this thing is right on the wall and he's just like ripping it out and sparks are. Anyways, the whole ship too, when it lands, dude, and he starts getting out of it, you see it wobble so much. Like
that's probably because it's built out of like tinfoil.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming they ran out of budget because they for bleach for his hair and mustache. And for those giant Nintendo Power Gloves that he was wearing.
So expensive in the 80s.
But it looked horrible. Like, I mean, not functional, not lived in, nothing about it like felt anything. And again, George Lucas is like, I should re-release these Star Wars and show people what they're really missing.
Well, the gun props were reused from the movie Masters of the Universe.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And wait, sorry.
Yeah. Later on, when they're going to go find the gun and they pull out the thing to go find the gun with, they only show up for like a flash. But it is totally like the Ghost Finder from I can't. Yes. It has a name and it's like
EKK or something.
Yeah,
like that,
the PKE meter.
The PKE meter. Thank
and
you.
It just like what the shit? Like you guys couldn't like
he pulls
make it look different. No, like you just see like the things like like when he's walking
and
with
they
it.
have one too. The bad guys have one.
Yeah. Everybody's got one of these.
Yeah, so they explain that the reason he has to recharge at 0.1% is because there's bounty hunters looking for him, and if he uses any of his alien technology, they can trace it.
Yeah,
like a homing beacon,
because it lets off some kind of
they can read the power.
Yeah.
That it expels.
Also meant his suit, and I'm assuming.
But if you pay attention, like he doesn't wear his suit on Earth.
He
doesn't.
He does at the beginning. Is he has to walk out before he steals that guy's clothes.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But the bounty hunters aren't looking for him then.
Well, no, he takes the boots off and he takes the gloves off. And he's just wearing like...
Because he wants to be able to pick up paper. or like a quarter if he
No,
sees
he has to, because to get the apartment, he has to rip that piece.
Yeah.
of
That's
paper
right.
off
You
the
can't do that
telephone
with the
pole.
gloves on, with the power gloves on. You're just ripping everything.
And his sense of right and wrong is like anything wrong, I'm correcting it.
Yeah.
Like that guy left his dog in the car.
Well, that's how he gets his clothes.
That's how he gets his clothes. Yeah.
Which I'm all for it.
That's- yeah.
You leave your dog in the car while you're sitting on like the patio eating breakfast
without the
Yeah.
windows down.
Well,
Yeah.
And you have an Australian Shepherd that's like totally chill, and you have a muzzle on it in a locked
Dude.
truck.
The muzzle, but the muzzle looked like what you used to get mangoes out of a tree with.
Yeah.
That's what the muzzle
It's true, like one of those baskets with the hooks on
like,
it.
Yeah.
it could still bite a small child because its hands are fitting through that muzzle.
CWWF, we do care about animals around here in
That's right.
Nostalgia Land. Just don't shove it down our throats. That's
right.
That's all we
That's right.
Don't take away our wrestling.
Don't make
Don't take away our wrestling.
don't make me PETA.
So
Yeah.
he finds he gets the clothes from that guy. He beats him up and steals his wife beater.
It's very Terminator.
And
Hey, it's not a white beater, it's yellow.
well, it was at one point.
So it's a
It's
yellow
very
beater? No, that's not better.
It's not. It's a
better
sweaty
at all.
beater.
Yellow beater's not
very-
better. That's
very-
not.
It's
no.
sweat stained. Is
Okay.
what it is.
Oh, dude,
I
yeah.
was gonna say very dirty.
Honestly,
very dirty.
after like locking that guy in the car, if I was this guy and I was like, should I take his clothes and just look at him once and be like, no, I'm gonna look for something else.
No, I'm gonna wear
It
it.
reminded me of I need your clothes,
Yeah.
your shoes, and your motorcycle.
Wow, the Schwarzenegger is getting up there, man. Golf
There's a
clap
few
on that
lines.
one.
There's a few lines like get to
yeah.
the chopper. You know what I mean? Like everybody could do
I
it.
need your clothes, your shoes, and your motorcycle.
$40 fucking
Give me Winnie the Pooh with that. Go for it.
I need your clothes, your shoes, and your motorcycle.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I figured out what my favorite Winnie the Pooh line is.
What?
It's in that new movie with that he did with Ian McGregor,
Yes,
and he's
yeah.
like, I broke your ladder, and he's like, Pooh, that was a bookshelf, and he's like, oh, explains why I wasn't good for climbing.
He's like, Ewan tells him there's so many good lines in that. He's like, there's more to life than honey and parties and
Like
birthday
what?
cake. And he goes, are you sure?
Yeah, he's like, there's more than life than honey and parties and balloons. Are you sure?
Pooh is he's a vibe. He's a lifestyle
Jim
character.
Cummings is great. They've started
Yeah.
to do these videos of the guy from Animaniacs who played Yakko.
Yes, yeah.
And it's him doing like the United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti. And they cut it to Jim Cummings and he's like, United States, something, Peru.
That's funny.
Stuff. All right, so he finds an apartment for rent, and here walks in our hero, Mr. Christopher Lloyd,
Yeah.
and his beautiful wife,
Shelley Duvall. Well, now this had to
His
have
sexually
been
ambiguous wife. Shelley Duvall.
after she lost her mind on the set of The Shining.
Yes.
Did she like for real lose her mind?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Kubrick
Oh,
put
I've
him.
never done that. I mean, I've never gone down that rabbit hole.
Yep.
Kubrick put them under a lot of strain. and
Have you
stress.
seen The Shining?
Have you
Yeah,
watched
yeah,
it?
yeah.
You know the scene where she's backing up the stairs, swinging the baseball at him, and he's like, "Windy, light of my life, give me
The bat.
They say that he made them do that take over 100 times.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's
Her
actually
hair was literally falling out of her head.
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
not Jack Nicholson having great acting. He's just pissed off at
Yeah,
that point.
that's actually him just being done with this
Yeah.
movie.
He is a psychopath at that
Yeah.
point.
Into the
yeah.
movie.
No, but it says
Go
they would-
watch
they would-
the behind the scenes that Kubrick's daughter shot. It's really interesting. I mean,
Wouldn't they sleep deprive them?
oh yeah,
wouldn't
no,
they- they
he
were
was
like-
literally trying to drive Shelley Duvall insane.
Well,
he did
mission
it,
and
accomplished.
it worked. And the movie is
He did it.
Phenomenal.
my favorite like
Yeah.
horror scary movie. It's my favorite.
That is that's my top 10.
Yeah.
That's within my top 5 actually.
Like-
Shining.
Good
It
movie.
is insanity, that movie.
banana
But-
sandwiches.
Shelley Duvall.
She does a good job in this movie, though.
No, it's not. She's not that she doesn't do a good job in everything.
She's
that
olive
she's
oil.
in. It's she's 90. Yeah, that was in the 80s though. With
Yeah, but
Robin.
she is olive oil.
She is
Yeah.
that. Yes,
Her
she is the
build-
embodiment
Exactly.
of that cartoon character.
If she turns sideways, it's like this mic the stand. Where it's like,
What's
where'd
the-
she go?
You're
Who's
gonna lose her in the
Family Guy
wind.
bit that they do that about? Where
Oh.
they're like, oh, where'd she go? And she's like, and they leave the room. She's like, hey guys, I'm
Richie.
right here.
Richie.
Oh no, open window.
Yes, exactly.
was it Christina Ricci?
Maybe I can't.
It was one of.
I can't remember.
So Christopher Lloyd and Shelley Duvall are married. Christopher Lloyd is now portrayed as like he just wants to be like a handy tools like inventor guy, but he's
a
an architect.
non-confrontational genius.
And he's non-confrontational. Yeah. And so his first thing is that he's welding a skateboard truck back together
well, he's
for
like
his kid or something
he's
like that.
He's like a genius. Yeah, he's like a design genius.
Yeah. And he just is spineless. And that's his character arc. And he goes to work and he's an architect and he's successful, but he's a pushover. And he's working for one of the best guys, one of the funniest actors I know, Larry Miller. And if you really listen to some of the stuff, Larry sells this movie. And honestly, if you took Hulk out of this movie and it was just about Christopher Lloyd, like learning
you take like all the space stuff out of it,
all that shit out, just make it Christopher Lloyd standing up to Larry Miller, absolutely hilarious. And it's such a better movie.
Yeah,
such a better movie.
God,
because all the stuff where you forget, Hulk Hogan is like needing something for his ship or stuff like that, and you just let Larry Miller
time.
Yeah, you can just Larry Miller and Christopher Lloyd go off. It's amazing.
Trade the dealer. Do the same shit.
Yeah, like literally all he had to do was hang out and do nothing.
Yeah, just sit by the pool.
Yeah.
Like don't go on a walk.
And so he finds this apartment because Shelley Duvall is the first Airbnb person.
Sure, but all
existence.
she did was put up new apartment arrow.
Yeah.
Were there multiple signs?
Well, that's why when he comes to the house, it's like dark. Because it took him so long. He had to go door to door, like looking for the apartment. Nope. Looking for the apartment. Nope. And so Christopher Lloyd lives in this house, and in the beginning of the movie, when you first meet him, he's outside in his workshop.
Yes.
And he's doing all the stuff, and then he comes inside, and she tells him that he has to ask for that raise that the boss... and then he goes to work.
She puts him
and
in
the
like
boss
a
is
guillotine choke.
yeah. The boss is like super pushy, super like not listening to him, and he can't even get a word in edgewise. So finally he goes home. He's all dejected, and he's like, I just want to go to my workshop and beat things with my hammer. And he opens the door, and in one day, she took like a garage workshop and made it look like Susie Homemaker's like breakfast nook.
It's a cottage.
Yeah, it's a cottage.
She tried to seduce him to lessen the blow.
Yeah, she did.
Yes, and then
that was the hottest you'll ever see Shelley Duvall look ever.
And then she popped the wig off, and you were like, "What?"
No, there it is. Okay.
Oh, we're right back.
She almost looked like the girl from Princess Bride there for a second, and then you were like, "No."
Which girl from
The one with the chastity belt.
Oh, from
Princess
Robin Hood Men in
Bride?
Tights.
Robin Hood Men in Tights. Sorry.
Yeah, Princess Bride.
Yes,
She's blonde.
I'm getting my funny movies.
Yeah.
Andre the Giant's in it. That's why I'm Hogan and Giant.
Dude, I was amazed by
Whoever
Shelley
found the
Duvall's
lady.
ability to convert a
lady.
garage in less than 8 hours.
Well, she's married to an architect.
Well, yeah, I guess she must
By
know
proxy.
people.
Yeah, but she's like a freaking wizard.
She's the contractor.
She literally walked out there and was like, Gandalf. And the shit just like changed.
Or Popeye came in.
You know who it was? It was the like the tea kettle from Beauty and the Beast.
It was Lemire Cogsworth and
Yeah.
Mrs. Potts.
Yeah, they're like. I don't know. I did the hospital one. Hospital.
You're thinking Fantasia.
Yeah, like that, like Mickey.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. But he always messed everything
Sorcerer
up.
Mickey. No,
Yeah. Anyway,
Well, the reason she just put like apartment for rent in no number is because you want to, keep your sociopaths locally.
Right.
Like
their neighbors.
Yeah. To come
the
show
rednecks
up.
with the drag cars.
Like, oh, you're the person who kills me. Who's going to kill me and my entire family.
Or
Great,
the
come on
kids
in.
speeding down the street.
Yes.
Good Lord. Yeah,
Constantly.
the neighbors, yes.
Well, and then
dragnet-
the neighbors on the other side, the dude sitting in a World War II era
The
Jeep.
Colonel. That's the best character in the
Drinking.
movie.
Just
That's
drinking.
the best character in the movie.
If I had goals for my elder years, it's
Hell
that guy.
yeah.
I'm buying a
gives
World
a
War
shit?
II, a World War II Army Jeep, parking it in my front lawn. HOA can suck it.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there drinking all day, and I'm going to purposely make my eyeballs go in
He's the
3 different
only-
directions.
He's the only guy in the movie that relates to Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
He's the only one that the Hulk could like
He's
appreciate.
like, second unit battalion of the Korean War, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan's like, another military man. I'm blah, blah, the sector. And he's like,
Yeah.
a lot's changed.
Also known as like what? And then he goes to like salute him and he throws his drink like and then he's like, oh,
No.
Yeah, good. He should have been drinking
Well, dude, the
Sunny D
he
vodka
should have
seltzers.
had some
and
vodka seltzers.
He was responsible.
I'm rehydrating.
Yeah. He's
Before I have another one.
Well, you're not any
It's
fun.
all right. No, so that dude, that actor who played the Colonel, he can control those eyeballs, dude. Because there were several scenes where I'm like, what eye am I supposed to be looking at here? Because he's not looking at the camera. He's not looking at Hulk. He's looking He's in the stratosphere.
He's got to use his periffs.
Yes,
his peripheries.
his of the enemies all around. All times. He's like, hey,
Charlie's in the trees.
Charlie's in the trees.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can say Charlie's anymore. But anyways,
fuck that. During Vietnam, they were Charlie.
anyways, so his eyeballs are doing this, and then there's one or two moments where he focuses in. Focuses in on Hulk Hogan, and you're like, oh, there he is.
Oh, so it's like those people that can like shoot their eyeballs out. Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Like he literally can like control which way they're looking.
Push that out. Yeah, like what's his name? Who just played in It recently? Skarsgård.
It's called the Exop.
He's coming. He's going to be in a bunch of different movies coming up.
Yeah, Bill Skarsgård.
They redid The Crow.
Yeah,
Who?
Skarsgård.
No,
Bill
the
Skarsgård.
guy who was the
played
clown.
It, the clown.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know his name.
Pennywise.
I know
Plays
his last
Pennywise,
name
yeah.
is Skarsgård. But
Skurgid. Bill Skarsgård. Skurgin.
Okay, let's move on from Skarsgård.
Pish Mountain. Anyways, so
That reminds me. Have you guys ever watched Metalocalypse?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't, you should.
Yes.
It's a good show.
What are you talking about? I love my dad.
With the death phones. Like you should watch it. It's funny. It's a very funny show.
That's great. It's on Adult Swim, HBO Max.
But
Yeah.
then at night, Christopher Lloyd spies on.
Well, this is the weirdest thing to me. Why did he go to the shit? I guess he's just really wanting to leave because he literally is there for what, 12 hours?
Yeah,
maybe.
And then he's
And
like,
he can only charge at 0.1%.
he's like, let me go see if
He already talked to the
time moves
dude
different on this planet.
about how it's going to be 6 weeks. And that night he's like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Brother. Yeah. It's not charging.
It's 4%.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Where'd I leave my key?
Yeah.
Can't download that
Yeah,
app.
he's got to like pull the Predator disc.
That's
put it,
right.
You move it from here to here.
No, that's the crotch plate. That's what that is. That's the
It's
crotch
the
plate.
keys.
Is it?
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good way to not lose your keys.
It's
Wear them on
where
the
is it?
outside.
Oh, it's right there. Oh, thank God. Pat, he's like, you ever leave the house? And you're like, keys, phone, wallet, pat.
Have you
Crotch
seen-
plate.
Have you seen that Adam Sandler phone wallet keys?
No.
I have.
Oh yeah, it's like in a stand-up that he did for Netflix, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But he's like singing and he's like phone, wallet, keys.
Keys.
That's the three things that guys
Yeah.
need: phone,
Yeah.
wallet, keys. And it turns into like a whole song. It's like, but then you're going on a trip and it's like phone, wallet, laptop, keys. Like he just keeps adding like one more thing. It's funny. You should check it out.
That's good. So he keeps constantly going back to the ship. Christopher Lloyd gets wise. He's like, who is this enormous
It's
person?
like the first time he goes to the ship, Christopher
Yes.
Lloyd follows him.
No, he breaks into his room first,
Oh yeah, and he
and
steals
he finds
the
the
gun.
pistol, and he shoots the car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the pistol makes a perfect square.
Yes. Square bullets. That's
Yeah.
what we're shooting at. Well, they had the square envelope metal disc
Yeah.
thing. So everything in space.
rectangle.
Everything is space.
Is a square.
Is a square.
Yeah, the holy shape in square in
Yeah.
space is a square.
Yeah.
I almost said the holy shape in square is a space.
There you go.
So
Nailed it.
he blows up the neighbor's car, which I totally agree with Christopher Lloyd. It's that bullshit that guy has all those cars out
Blocking
on his,
his driveway.
Blocking his driveway. Yeah, I would have been pissed. About
Yeah.
it. But then I love it when the Hulk confronts the redneck dudes next door.
Well, then he
and he's
turns
like-
into
Yeah.
like
basically
like an everyday superhero.
Yeah.
Like, he turns into
He starts
Superman.
saving, but he confronts them and he's like, do you know what I'm going to do to you if any of these cars has a scratch on them? And the Hulk's like, oh yeah, you're going to pound me into dust and break your bones and in your face. And he's like, bro, what are you talking about? It's the 90s. We're going to sue your ass. Like every dollar
He's like,
you
we're going to get
own."
you on willful destruction of property, emotional turmoil.
Ridiculous.
I like that
That's
joke.
when he
That
meets
one
the
got me.
Colonel.
Yes, and that's when he meets the Colonel. He's hanging out with him. So Christopher Lloyd is suspicious of this dude outright, out the gate. And rightfully so. He's 6'4",
He's like
300
6'9".
pounds. Yeah.
He's big.
Huge dude and doesn't
6'8".
speak in normal sentences.
Now he might be 6'6".
Now he's literally shrunk.
He's shrunk. Well, yeah.
Because
he's
all
old.
his back,
yeah.
from all his back surgery.
Oh.
It's crazy doing the leg drop.
Oh, really?
Well,
yeah,
his-
that thing where they stick their
his,
leg out and then
his finishing move was run off the rope, jump in the air as high as I can, land on my tailbone.
Yeah. Just sitting, slamming down on his ass over and
Dude.
over again every night. And they
Yeah.
used to wrestle like 300 nights a year.
dude.
Yeah.
Well, he told a lie that he actually wrestled 400 nights a year because if you fly back and forth from Japan to
Yeah.
California, you get more hours.
Yeah.
Hey, Hulk, that works both ways, guy.
You lose the
Man,
same
dude,
hours.
I would love to see his version of like Stephen Hawking's like A History of Time. Like
You're making that up. You know, in the scene where the little girl is like, "Hey, my cat," and then he pulls the tree branch down, and she's like, "That's not my cat," and he's like, "Are you sure?" And she's like, "Yeah," and he just lets go, and it shoots the cat off.
The cat.
That's Elizabeth Moss.
Yes, yeah.
Her first role ever.
From oh god, it's the post-apocalyptic show about women basically are just breeding.
Yeah, Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale. Thank you, God. Yeah,
And I've never even watched it.
No, you should. Yeah, you should watch it.
I've heard it's good.
It's all right. It's good. It's all right. But yeah,
it's good. It's all right. It's good. It's all right.
It's good.
Is it good or is it all right? I'm confused.
Well, good, and it's also it's all right.
Yeah, it's shitty. And I hate it. Makes me.
So that's this movie.
What I watched.
Makes me uncomfortable.
But the subplot of the movie is that Christopher Lloyd's boss is trying to sell a giant building to these Japanese guys.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's super offensive to them.
And
Yes.
But the best
And
part
his secretary
is a
is
badass.
strapped.
Yes.
She is rocking a 6-shooter.
A Ruger.
The whole
She is
movie, she's
packing.
pulling it out.
Yeah.
So the one of the funniest parts to me was where the interpreter is listening to his boss.
Opens the door.
He
Yeah.
opens the door and he's saying something, and he's like, "I have a feeling working with this guy is going to be a pain in the ass," or something like that.
And the
she's
interpreter.
like, he's surprised that you know so much about his culture, and he turns to her and goes, "Coward."
Oh, I would have loved it. It's such a better movie. Like I'm saying, if we just cut out Hulk Hogan and it was just Christopher Lloyd with him and doing the deal with the Japanese, funnier movie.
Yeah, so
better movie.
Hulk Hogan goes around doing all these super heroic things, like he saves Christopher Lloyd's son from getting hit by the crazy guys on a skateboard. He gets cats out of trees. He like emotionally tortures a mime. He's
damn
like,
mime.
"Oh, it must be an Axion force field.
Yeah.
I'll get you out of there," and punches him in the face.
But this mime
Wait,
is like.
back it up.
Okay, sorry.
Why the hell is this mime outside at night?
He even says something
In an
like,
alley.
He even
Yeah.
says something like, "I'm not doing night shifts anymore," after he throws him onto the balcony.
But he's in a sketchy ass neighborhood in an alley.
He's making a
there's no
midnight dash.
foot traffic.
I don't
like,
think
coming through.
any neighborhood in that town is like sketchy.
I feel like
Well, that
he's-
one lady did get robbed.
Well, no,
Yeah.
he managed to find like the sketchy part of town and go mime it up in an
Yes.
alley at midnight.
I feel like the mime part is a
but who-
cover for the drug deals.
But who's more scary, the guy who's looking to steal purses or the guy who's out at 10 o'clock?
The guy who's
miming?
a mime, 100%, 1,000% the mime.
Who am I avoiding? The guy asleep on the floor over there, or the guy actively trying to convince me he's being crawling up a ladder? I'm gonna go with the mime.
Okay, there's a bit by George Carlin that I love where he talks about. He's talking about serial killers, and he's like, they always say it. It's the quiet ones you got to watch.
Yeah.
And then he's like, now, fair enough. But if you're sitting at a bar and a guy walks in and sits down at the end of the bar and he's minding his own business and he's quiet, and another guy walks in with a machete and starts pounding on the bar and saying, "I'm going to kill the next motherfucker that walks in this door," who you going to watch?
God. Yeah. So
yeah,
the mime is
a problem.
problematic. Yeah, it really
So
is.
Christopher Lloyd follows him to a ship and then finds his crotch key.
Yeah.
And opens up the ship and finds the he's like, it's amazing how he knows what all this stuff is. Like he puts the glove on. He's like, "Strength amplifier." It's like, how do you know that, dude? It's a giant glove.
He's an engineer.
Also putting that on. I mean, Hulk Hogan is sweating on a winter's day.
Oh,
You
apparently,
know that stuff is awful.
apparently he had like an issue.
What?
Like
Here's a tissue?
overactive. He needed a lot of them.
Oh.
He had like overactive sweat glands. I was watching this documentary, and
okay.
one of the guys that he trained
Hyperhidrosis?
is something like that. I know what that is. I know some of these words.
I got that. It's not as bad now, though.
One of the guys that he was training with, his wife like brought him a dish towel once during dinner because he was sweating, and she said he was like, "Thank you," and he gave it back, and it was like,
Oh.
That's
she
so
was
gross.
like, she's like, "I don't know." The guy was saying, he goes, "I don't know what he had, but he was sweaty all the time."
Don't you think so? Christopher Lloyd puts these things on and like the whole time just squish. Squish.
Yeah.
And then he's like walking around because Christopher Lloyd, he decides, I'm just going to wear this and go out.
Yeah, and he
gonna
finds
hang
like
out.
in the same warehouse that the ship is in.
Yeah, like 10 feet.
There's
Yeah.
like a
13
a
feet.
sexual assault that's about to take.
Yeah, by two like freaking weirdo guys.
Like Cheech and Chong or
Seriously.
sexually assault.
They're like two homeless dudes. Yeah, they're going to attack a prostitute is
Yeah.
what she was labeled as
In the credits.
credits. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
it was like Hulk
Yeah.
Hogan,
yeah.
Jenny the prostitute.
Jenny the prostitute.
And so he.
Oh, Jenny, what you doing this evening? Well,
It's
little
nighttime.
hooking. Just a little hooking.
He tells him to stop and does like his hero bit and gets shot in the chest.
Yeah, and they never explained like I guess
Bulletproof?
the thing, it didn't damage it at all. It seemed like it did because he fell over.
Well, and then he didn't have the strength amplifiers on, so he couldn't get up.
Yeah.
And then he
He's
does the
doing the-
backflip. Then he's doing the worm.
Yeah, it got all weird.
It was
And then
hard
the
to
fire
watch that.
extinguisher boots finally kick in.
Yeah, and he like slowly like
And then he double
them.
axe handles.
pulls out a wrestling move because why not?
Yeah, I felt like there was a lot of influence in
And
that.
then
we're
he
gonna do
drops the cold gun
Yeah.
out of the crotch plate.
it. That's right.
That was his penis. Just fell off.
Just the cold gun.
So that's what they call it.
The cold gun. Anyway.
It's been a rough life.
Anyway.
No.
But the bad guys pick it up. The two muggers pick it up.
Yeah,
and
Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, Cheech and Chong. And that's when the Undertaker
Yeah, Mark Calloway.
and what's his name? Knuckles.
Kronk. Yeah, Knuckles, I think.
That's when they lock onto the signal and come to Earth.
Yeah.
And they have one of
Poison.
they have their own PKE meter.
Yeah, and so they find him the next day because it's purring.
Yeah, that's what it does. It's weird.
So they find him the next day because Hulk is like, you know about my ship to Christopher Lloyd, and again this whole time you're watching that fight scene with Christopher Lloyd, I'm like, dude, you're Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
like you're One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You're Taxi. Like you're freaking
Did
Back
you-
to the Future.
You're
Did
Doc
you see
Brown.
your role in Dennis the Menace?
Yes.
That movie sucks without you in it.
What you
You were-
eating, sport?
What you
Yeah.
eating there, sport?
So the Hulk like reveals to him, yes, out the gate. Wow. Anyways, the
That
Hulk.
Sonny D's wanted to revisit me. It's delicious coming out too.
He tells Christopher Lloyd, he's out the gate. He's like, yeah, I'm an alien. I'm this. I'm a bounty. We got bounty hunters coming. And Christopher
Yeah.
Lloyd's like, you got to help me. And so he's like, okay, we're going to go find your missing, gun.
At first,
I like how he blinked.
At first, Christopher Lloyd's like, hell no.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I like how he blames Christopher Lloyd. He's like, you followed me to my ship.
Yeah.
You went in my room and took my gun. And he's like, you're an alien who came to this fucking planet and didn't tell me or my family. And he's like, all right, we have to
That's
figure
fair.
out how to fix this.
All right, fine.
That's fair.
That's fair.
And he asks him,
So they
Brother.
go to
he's like, you have to help me, or if you can find the crystals.
yeah.
No, but that's later.
No. We get the best scene is what I'm getting
Oh,
to.
yeah.
The best scene is they go to find that freeze gun.
Yeah.
Which you don't know it's a freeze gun until you show up at the bank and it's
Cheech and Chong.
50 actors
Yeah.
doing their best not to move.
Right.
Just
With like blue shit on them.
yes,
You remember
just
the
blue-
mannequin challenge?
Yes, it was the mannequin challenge. Yeah, and I mean,
That was right around the time of the Harlem Shake.
but it was hilarious to see like just watching those whole scenes go by and like they do cutaways to like
Yeah.
individuals of them, and it's like, why did you use a live action? Just put a still. You could have just showed a picture for 3 seconds.
Could have made it a mannequin.
Yeah, because you see this old lady like trying her best.
Yeah.
She's
doing
like,
her damnedest.
I haven't worked in Hollywood in 45 years, and they covered her in blue stuff, and she's just like, my arthritis.
I should have kept my arms at my side.
Why'd I chose this pose? Why this one?
My
No.
arm is so asleep right now.
But the best part of it is that they cut. There's like 2 dogs that are apparently frozen, and
No.
it's 2 stuffed animals.
The best part is they're playing Jingle Bells.
Oh yes, yeah, ding, ding,
Whenever
ding,
the ice
ding,
shows
ding,
up,
ding.
yes, they do. They totally do.
Diddly-dee.
Well, then,
That's
so
sleigh ride.
the two guys are
Whatever.
arguing it over the gun
Yeah.
and who's gonna like use it and who I found it or this, and then Hulk Hogan makes some quip about how it's his gun and they took it, and right as he gets it back from them,
Quit touching my
they're
penis,
fighting
brother.
over it, and it goes off and it freezes Christopher Lloyd, and then the Undertaker and Kronk bust in.
Yeah. You got Trey mid sip on that. You gotta laugh it over.
The
Yeah.
Undertaker and Kronk busted, and
Goose
they
poison.
start shooting their guns. Okay, so imagine you're in like a shooting range,
Yeah.
and you have the targets downrange,
Right in front of you.
and it's your job to come in the shooting range door and shoot the target.
Yeah.
So they come in the door, turn hard right and
Yes.
hard left and start shooting at the ceiling.
Yes,
And in the
nowhere near people.
Yeah, like all the people are right out in front of them, and they're like, pew, pew, into the corners of the room.
And the people can't move
No, they can't. They're literally frozen.
for the next 12 hours, and then they're gonna wake up with a hell of a headache.
And I forgot to mention too that when they're fighting over the gun, they shoot Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
And excuse me, Shep.
Yeah.
Fuck it, he's
Just
Hulk
call
Hogan.
Hulk.
He's Hulk.
He's Terry
Yeah.
Bollea. And he drinks something, and it's like, oh, what the hell? He's like antidote, and he just, it's like all over him. He's all
yells,
sloppy with it. That's what I'm saying. And he turns to them and he's like, antifreeze. Like, what the fuck was that? Dude, I think if you drink antifreeze,
You die.
you're gonna die.
Well, he is an alien.
Yeah, bullshit. Dude, the guy's eating like roast
my
beef and
God,
shit.
dude.
He is.
And
He is.
he liked the chocolate cake too.
Yeah.
This episode's giving me such a headache.
How
Oh,
weird is
God,
that
dude.
too? They go to take like a family picture, and he's got this hunk of chocolate cake, and he keeps biting at it.
Yeah.
And then it like cuts, and you see the chocolate cake.
Yeah.
There's no bites in it. Like you could have at least put one bite.
Good piece of chocolate cake.
That dude's nibbling. He's a tender lover. He's just nibbling
It's like what
that
they
chocolate
do.
cake.
It's like what they do. It's like what they do at weddings, where the rest of the cake is cardboard.
We are losing so many people.
ASMR. Ah! Turn your volume up. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. Stop it. Burn it with fire. Burn it.
Kill it with fire.
Kill it.
So they go back and they're discussing how he can leave. They're like, well, now the bounty hunters are here. We have to kill them. Or he's like, you take this. It'll take 2 direct hits.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
You know, I
He's
forgot
like,
to mention
F you, I'm
too.
not doing that.
You know, I forgot to mention. You know, when Christopher Lloyd puts on the suit,
Yeah.
he also puts on the bandana. And I
Yes.
forgot what. Gosh, I wish I could give the guy credit for the YouTube video, but it was like Suburban Commando is the weirdest movie ever made, or something like that.
Yeah.
And when he talks about that scene, he's like, and Christopher Lloyd, he puts on the bandana too because he also likes to accessorize. It is like such
That's
a funny
funny.
line.
This
yeah.
just completes everything.
Yeah, exactly.
doesn't
Like,
it? This
you
is
know,
perfect.
This suit of armor is kind of gaudy, especially with these. He's like, oh, this really ties it all together.
I think we could all wear them like this for the rest of the episode. I feel like this is.
I got a double
Oh
bandana.
my goodness.
I got one
yes,
up here
it's
and one here.
Yes, together. Perfect.
I got
You got a
gonna
hat
sit
on.
on my hat.
Every party needs a pooper. That's why
Party
we invited you.
But speaking of parties, his firm, I guess, architecture
Yeah, the
firm.
architect.
Well,
Yeah, they're throwing a
For
soiree.
the-
After they go do this, don't they go back to the ship? And he goes to like
that's when
leave.
he's telling him like, no, he's like, we have to fight him, and he's like,
Oh yeah, because
well,
they have to beat the bounty hunters.
yeah, and he's like, well, unless you know how to find 40 pounds of something crystals.
Yeah.
And this
Cinium.
just so happens,
Cinium.
and it just so happens that his boss's awards
Right.
are made out of that crystal.
Cinium crystals.
They're his most prized possession.
Yeah. No, but that pulls me back to the funnier scene. So Christopher Lloyd is supposed to be working on these plans that took him all weekend, and they're like in his boss, Larry Miller, who plays Adrian Belts, to ask him like to complete those plans before the party, before the end of the night. And he's
Right.
going to present it.
You got about 12 minutes.
Yeah, he's like, go. And like Christopher was like, no, I'm not doing that.
It's impossible.
So, anyways,
I got bounty hunters after me. I was frozen.
Yeah.
Was frozen today. The best line of the whole movie. We almost skipped over it.
sorry, you're right.
No, it hasn't happened yet. It
No,
hasn't.
that's after the bank.
Oh, yeah.
He's riding home, sticking out of the sunroof. It's playing Jingle Bells. Hulk Hogan constantly ripping the doors off cars
Yeah.
for some
Just his
reason.
car.
Yes.
His car and the kid's car
He's
when he
like,
flips it over and he
oh,
spins it around and
Toyota
lights
Rabbit,
it on fire.
like whatever
some
it is, a
bullshit
Golf
car.
or something, is a Volkswagen.
But then
Golf.
they get and they're arguing about. That's when he's like, "You came like." You followed me. You brought the bounty hunters. You came and you're an alien. Didn't tell nobody.
Yeah.
And then he's like there's then Christopher Lloyd and the delivery. I was frozen today. It's the best line of the whole movie.
So then we get the scene where they're back at the architecture firm and
In suits.
Adrian Belts, in these suits,
And Hulk gets hit on by the receptionist.
Yeah.
and they pull up to the front of the thing with no door on the car and this piece of shit. And the valet just like, yep.
Yep, sure. I'll
Drives
do it.
off.
You know what? These eccentric millionaires, why not?
You never know.
Yeah, but they get upstairs and Larry Belts is trying to entertain the Japanese people, the firm, and he's going through. Well, he never. So Christopher Lloyd's character never comes back with those plans. They're there till the morning. And if you listen to the conversation that Adrian Belts is giving him, he's explaining like Godzilla and then Mothra to them. And he's like, well, I think Mothra is actually a little bit better. And then there was Godzilla.
So ridiculous.
The whole archive, that cracked me up.
Yeah. They have the whole slapstick fight with the bounty hunters.
Okay.
And make him go through the roof and his head goes in the toilet. It's so
fucking part
Yeah.
of the whole entire movie. Weirdest fucking part. He fights with Mark Calloway.
Yes.
Mark Calloway turns around and delivers the one line that he has in the whole movie. I don't remember what exactly he says.
You're a dead man, Ramsey.
Dead man.
Yes. And that's the voice that comes out of a 6'11", 7-foot monster of a man. You're a dead man, Ramsey. What the shit? And then Hulk Hogan has to hit him with the. That's why you guys don't talk much.
Yeah, no, but nothing was funnier than watching Calloway's scared face, like because they start shooting him through stuff, and there's several times he does this.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh man, it's really weird to see the Undertaker doing that.
Dude, he's
like
awesome.
That scared face because his whole persona is like he's
a dead man.
You're a dead man. But like to see Calloway it was good. Yeah. I was like, hey, he's actually all right in this because his whole like.
If you haven't seen it, it's actually pretty interesting. If you have like Peacock and you have the WWE Network is tied in with Peacock, and you can watch The Last Ride, I think is what it's called, and it's the documentary about the Undertaker's like retirement and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And he was also on the Broken Skulls podcast, like talking about, and he's been doing the podcast circuit. And for 30 years,
because he stayed in kayfabe,
he never talked. Like he never.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He was the Undertaker.
He did when he was the American badass character for a little while.
Yeah. But he was the Undertaker. True and through.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the commitment to the craft. Yeah. Like if you're going to be something, you're going to be 100%.
Well, that's why he was the guy. Like behind the scenes, like in the locker room, like he was.
Yeah, they have like kangaroo court, and he's the judge, basically.
Okay, all right. Well, this movie wraps because it comes together at the.
Christopher Lloyd comes back. Well, Christopher Lloyd comes back in.
Yeah,
and he tells him, he's like, "If you want these plans, do it yourself." Because the only thing you know how to explain is being incompetent. Quits and walks out.
Well, they asked him earlier. They asked Adrian Belts, that character. They asked him like, "Can you explain the plans?" And he's like, "Okay, here's a big concept we're going to go for. Floors." And they're going to be separated
ceilings
by ceilings. You know, one man's floor is another man's ceiling. And they're going to have walls. Big concept difference there.
Pretty deep. One man's floor is another man's ceiling.
Yeah, but so they start running it together. They're like, okay, we got to get them off the ship. The bounty hunters are dead, I think. Yeah, they're dead. Mm-hmm. And so Christopher Lloyd takes them all back to the ship, and that's when we realize big plot twist, like M. Night early Shyamalan like plot twist.
Ding dong.
Yeah. The Emperor
is alive.
Yeah. Like the first guy he kills, still around.
Yeah.
Not dead. Feel fine.
Yeah. And he likes to play games. He likes to play with his food because he has so much time to shoot Hulk Hogan.
Of course he does.
And like, and what he see carry, he's like, I'm going to be the Emperor of the Galaxy, and he takes the kids and people hostage.
Yeah.
Doesn't even try to shoot them.
No.
And then it's enough time for Christopher Lloyd to drive his family to safety, away to like an all-night diner. Tell them it's going to be fine. I have to do this.
Yeah.
And it comes back, and literally the guy is shooting around Hulk Hogan as he stands there.
Making him dance.
It's been maybe half an hour. Not even dancing. Yeah. Hulk is just standing there, dude.
And so
he's shooting around.
Christopher Lloyd hits him with his car. He hits the self-destruct sequence. The guy goes full on Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
And Hulk kicks him into the wires that he pulled.
The disco wires.
He didn't know.
Completed the circuit. He completed the circuit.
Yeah.
He didn't know.
And then that guy in that video that I was talking about earlier, he was like, yeah, then that guy gets a huge power bill. And he's like, what the hell?
What?
This building has been abandoned for years.
Why? Who is it?
Why is there power to that building?
Why is there sweaty goo everywhere? What is this?
And so then we cut to Hulk Hogan leaving with the guy's assistant.
Yeah, the one with the gun.
Purely education.
The one with the gun.
It's purely
because when they go back to the ship, his ship, his ship blows up.
Yeah, his ship is gone. Which I loved that when the police showed up with the wife, with Shelley.
Shelley Duvall.
Yeah, with Shelley Duvall and the kids. Because that's what you do. When you call the police and you're like, there's a guy, he's trying to kill us. And
You
the police
go get their
always
wife
go,
and kids.
get in.
Yeah. They did it in the Flintstones. Will and Betty showed up with the cops.
You know, that guy's trying to kill you. Get in. Come in with us. Come, let's go get closer.
Let's go run to the danger.
Do you want a gun?
Dude, it was crazy.
Do you want a gun?
Quick side quest. This is not so much funny as it is insane, but yesterday we're at work, Mother's Day, you know, we're very packed for brunch, and all of a sudden, like, we wear headsets, walkies.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, I just hear, call 911.
Oh, gosh.
And I'm like, boom, 911.
Yeah.
And they're like, there's a lady out here. She's collapsed, whatever. And so we call, and like everybody was freaked out, like that was there. Like luckily for me, I was in the office, so like I wasn't like a part of it. But
yeah,
everybody that was there with her was like very worried because she didn't look well. She was 96.
Oh no.
Yeah, and she was like you know, their skin tone, like they get that gray color, and like they just don't look well. And so they were like, everybody was like really rattled. And today they got a phone call. Hey, we just wanted to say like, thank you so much for like the quick actions and like I swear the paramedics had to have been there and gotten her out of there in like 5 minutes.
Really?
Like,
wow, dude.
Yeah, there's a fire station like right around the corner. So if they were not out on a call, they could be there like that. But it was crazy how like it was like, oh man, we're so busy. Oh, call 911, and everything like shuts down. It's like, yeah, it was insane.
I got a side quest there too on the same subject. When I was working at the barrel,
the old cracker,
the old Kraken's barrels. Trey's like, no. We were down the street from like senior hospital, and so we had a lot of folks who came to like relive, you know, the glory days, because they were like, oh yeah, that's my tractor wheel.
They were like, oh yes.
We did have guys who donated stuff, that shit we put on the walls, and like we had their pictures, and they're like, yeah, that's my granddad. And we're like, what? They're like, yeah, he fought in the Civil War. And we're like, which side? Like,
which side do you think?
He hasn't always been a winner.
Be like, listen, your answer depends on how many biscuits I'm bringing out.
No more apple butter for you.
You ain't getting no damn gravy.
So we had a lot of people who were there for medical stuff, and this one guy came in, and he had a tank with him, and somebody, like a waiter or a kid, somebody knocked the tank over.
Yep.
And the whole, like the tube, and he had some kind of compressor on it, came off and was broken. And he was one of those dudes. He's like, I got 8 minutes. Call the police. Call the ambulance. Because like when he realized it was broken, he's like, I got 8 minutes before I run out of oxygen. It was like, hey, ambulance, let's go. And we were like, do you want to move? He's like, nope. The more I move, the more oxygen I use.
He's like, that's 7.5
I was sitting here and I'm like, do you want more cornbread? And he's like, yeah, if I'm still alive, pack some up. And I was like, all right. So I went, I got him a to-go box.
That's insane.
And I left it on his table. And I was like, don't worry about the check. We'll figure that out later.
Yeah, did you get a star for that?
It was like $7. It was like $7.
Like did you get a star for that?
No. I was still a rising star.
You figure you put that thing in like some bubble wrap or something so that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
If your life depends on that nozzle breaking off.
Yeah, it was a bad, like someone, I think it was a little kid.
I'm sure it was an accident.
And yeah, but it cracked, and we found all the pieces.
Don't even get me started on little kids. I'd like to throw so many. We have 2 ponds at Golden Rule with these big ass. I would no, but yeah, that's normal nostalgia land.
That's normal.
Yeah, I'll throw that out there.
I'll tell you right now.
After Dark stuff's gonna get me canceled. My hot takes on life and how we're living it.
Yeah. So Suburban Commando. Or would you recommend it?
So what I would say is, if you want to watch a piece of shit movie and laugh, go ahead and watch this movie because it's funny. And Hulk Hogan is a trip.
If you want to watch Hulk Hogan cut a wrestling promo, but as movie dialogue,
for like 2 hours,
or
an hour and a half.
If you see one movie this summer,
see Star Wars.
If
you see 2.
See Austin Powers. And if you see 75, throw Suburban Commando.
Still don't watch this movie.
Yeah, just leave it.
You can watch this before you watch Krull.
No, you don't need to see Crawl.
That's what I mean.
But yeah, I did find this. It was fun we had a couple of beers and a bottle of wine.
This movie gets like a D.
And it was awesome to watch this movie.
This movie gets like a D+.
Yeah, I'd say good solid D+. I'm not even. I mean,
if you're under the influence, it's like a C.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be C-. I give it a C minus if you're under a little bit, sitting on your couch. It's great. Yeah. But yeah, man, you don't need to see it.
You don't need to watch it twice. That's for sure.
You don't really need to watch it once. You can go online and watch like a clips video.
Yeah, go watch like the Nostalgia Critic.
The only scene that I really enjoyed that you really kind of should see is I was frozen today. It's so funny.
Christopher Lloyd just being Christopher Lloyd is amazing.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
I mean, yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us for another episode of Nostalgia Land. We really appreciate you guys listening, you guys watching, tuning in. We posted a thank you for your support video showing some of our numbers with you guys listening. It's really, really impressive. It's really, really cool to see how many people tune in per episode and how many people have listened over time.
It's awesome.
Share us with your friends, with your family. If people wouldn't like it, really shove it down their throat. Because we're trying to change lives here. We're trying to change lives. We're trying to bring the garbage movies to you and enjoy the good movies with you. But yeah, thanks so much. Check us out on your social media platforms, nostalgialand.podcast, on Instagram, Facebook. We're on the TikTokies.
We are TikTok
until maybe that goes down or goes up. Who cares?
Yeah,
we're all just out here trying to live our lives, make a podcast, have some fun with each other. It's good to see Trey having some sunny day with us. But yeah, thanks again for the delicious vodka seltzers, Sunny D. Drink responsibly. Check out our Shopify.
Yep.
And our Etsy shops. What's the
Sorry, so this is nostalgialandpodcast.com.
Yeah.
And then our Etsy shop is Nostalgialand Shop.
No, there you go.
A lot of fun
we got
stuff
some
up
cool
there.
products and stuff for you guys to check out. Some really cool shirts and stuff. Hopefully bringing more in the future. $40 for pizza.
Yes, I got to make that shirt. I got to make that shirt. I'm sorry.
No worries. But remember, like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, comment. Give us your thoughts. Give us your takes. Give us your movies. So many friends and family have given us movie ideas that will be coming in the future. A lot of people give us like really, really big movies that we're trying to build an audience before we and get our flow down before we tackle your bigger movies, your Hooks, your Sandlots, the movies that are obvious to do. We will
Marvel
get to at some
Universe.
point, right?
Yeah,
and the older we get, the more nostalgia there is for the movies that we love. And I just saw a post that I posted on my Instagram today that said, in 6 years, 1980 will be 50 years ago.
50.
Till we meet again.
Yeah. So that made me sad in here a little bit.
Heart places.
But thanks, guys, again so much for listening. We appreciate you. We love you.
I'm Matt.
Trey.
And I'm Tyler. Cowbunga. That's correct.